You've got to wake up early. I don't mean just on weekdays, I mean every day. You've got to value work more than you value sleep. Changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits. It's challenging. It's hard. Very few people are willing to endure the pain and sacrifice of what it takes to be great. They settle for average. Average is dangerous. Average is for the weak. Some of you are lying to yourself. You say you want to be great. You say you want to get to the next level. You say you want to be the best in your class or the best in your school. You want to do great things. But your actions don't match your words. There are those of you with phones, and every new phone that comes out, you get it. Every upgrade, you get it. Every piece of software, you get it. You are upgrading your technology, but you're not upgrading yourself. You've got to invest in yourself. Don't let yourself be average. The average wastes their lives away every weekend for what? Not me. I'm in charge of my own life. Everything in my own life that I'm not happy with is my own fault. I take responsibility. You will never hear me complain about my circumstances as the reason I'm not where I want to be. If I don't like where I am, I'll work harder. I am a perfect reflection of the hard work or lack of work I put in. Your commitment and obsession should always be to be better today than you were yesterday. When you look at the lives of the greatest men and women the world has produced, one thing is common among them all. You see relentless, sickening work ethic. To get to the top, you have to skip hanging out with friends, watching TV, and wasting your time on meaningless things. Great students marry their books. They hustle for knowledge, just as billionaires hustle for opportunities. While others are sleeping, they're working. While others are playing video games, they're learning. When others are out drinking and doing other things that don't count, they're studying. Learn from them. Follow in their footsteps. Stand on the shoulders of giants. Get a head start. Go grab your books, go to the library, and start exploring the world. My mother told me that readers are leaders, and that has proved itself today. If you go through life just trying to stay comfortable, life will send you more and more discomfort. You'll get more and more problems. Life will keep trying to drag you down. And because most people are so concerned about staying comfortable instead of growing and reaching higher because they don't want to move beyond their limitations, they keep struggling. Do you think Bill Gates started Microsoft feeling comfortable about it? Do you think Usain Bolt slept his way to becoming the fastest man? Do you think Will Smith procrastinated his way to the top? Of course not. They worked. If you think that things are going to fall into place magically, if you think you will do it later, if you keep procrastinating, if you are waiting for that perfect time, you are deceiving yourself. You have to create that perfect time. When are you going to stand up and start hustling? I have met students who are lazy. Students that bask in that euphoria that everything is going to be okay in the end. Students who do nothing to change things. Students that only dream. Students who have only wishes. This time, and you're going to tell your teachers, your classmates, that here I come. I have come to win, to excel, to look down on my weaknesses and make them my strengths. Turn off the phone, the TV, and the laptop. I'm heading to the library. You are heading for success. You are heading for greatness. It's in your hands. How much more time are you willing to waste? How much more time are you willing to burn? Wake up. Wake up. If you have to make sacrifices to be where you want to be, so be it. If you have to tell your friends you can't go out drinking with them anymore, so be it. You are not average. Do you want to see average? Look out the window. Everyone you see, they're average. Not you. That's not you.
The one commodity that is most valuable on this earth is time. Time to love, time to live. From the moment the human body is born, it begins dying. I don't think you quite caught that. Let me say it again. From the moment the human body is born, it begins dying. Some happen faster, some happen slower. Some of us help them go faster, and some of them prevent it from happening sooner than later. How many seconds, how many minutes do we waste every day doing things that are nowhere near the goals and aspirations and passions that we have inside? How many times do you go through the course of a day and realize, did I do anything I set out to do today? Write down those goals each and every day. No matter if it's 2 goals a day, if you can accomplish those, then you're doing more than just making it through the day. You are living and achieving your dreams. Find time to better yourself, read, explore, research, live life, do things you've never thought of doing before. That's what it's all about. When you're born, that's that date that they put on the left side of the tombstone. When you die, they put another date on the right side of the tombstone. But that dash in the middle is the most important thing on that tombstone. That is a line that throughout that entire time frame, you were able to impact and touch others' lives. You were able to leave your mark on this earth. You were able to build a legacy that nobody could change. You were able to have it to where people remembered who you are no matter what. When you're living for that dash in the middle, you're going to remember your why. Your why you're here. Not the why did you do something. Your why, your reason for getting up in the morning, your reason for pushing yourself past the brink of exertion and giving up. Your reason for moving on and getting things done in life. That dash in the middle, that's the thing that pushes you.
How do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of your physical appearance, in terms of your health? Do you take care of yourself? Are you allowing yourself to get overweight and out of shape? Are you conscious of your health? Are you watching the food that you take into your body? Do you make a deliberate effort to exercise? You know, it was George Burns. He said, we cannot help getting older, but we don't have to get old. And many of us get old before our time because we don't take time to take care of ourselves. Your environment is a very good indicator. On a scale of 1 to 10, is it what you want it to be? Do you find it desirable? Are you satisfied? The job or career that you're involved in. Someone said that 85% of the American public are unhappy with their jobs. Are you spending 8 hours a day just doing time? Doing something that you don't find challenging, that does not make you stretch mentally, that does not stimulate you, that does not inspire you. Something that you don't find a sense of fulfillment in it. If you're doing that day in and day out, it has to affect how you feel about yourself, your level of motivation. Your relationships. What kind of impact is it having on your life? Is it nourishing or is it a toxic relationship? Does it drain you or does it build you up? Ask yourself that. How motivated are you to do something about it? Your contribution, your actions. What are you giving? Many people will leave the universe without a trace. No one will know they were here. And in fact, under their name, we could put under there, not used up. Will anybody know that you came this way? What contribution are you giving? What will you leave? What will be different because you came this way?
Just stop for a second. Write down your why. What are you doing this for in life? If your why doesn't make you cry, then that's not your why. Again, if your why doesn't make you cry, then that's not your why. Your why should be something so big that it moves your family tree. Your why should be something so big that it changes the whole outlook on how things are with you and your home, your family, your religion, your purpose. Think about your passion. Think about your opportunities. And that's how you find your purpose. OPP. When that why meets up with your passion, your opportunity, your purpose, then you'll find out. The most important day in your life is the day you remember why you were born.
You cannot be average any longer. Why? Well, because average attracts average. I'm telling you to be great because great attracts great. Become great and great people will come. Great things will start to happen and your life will become great. I need you to get off this average thing. I need you to get off average. I don't care what kind of school you're at or what kind of family you have or what kind of upbringing you had. Just because the people around you are average doesn't mean you have to be average. Looking around you, what do you see? When you stare at the mirror, what do you see? Let me tell you what I see when I look at you. I see a sleeping giant who hasn't realized what he carries. I see a bulldozer who doesn't know his strength. I see a champion who doesn't know there is a trophy to be won. Wake up. Listen, it will take as much time as it will take until you decide to change things, until you decide to make things happen, until you wake up and decide to step up and hold yourself accountable. Success is allergic to average. Success and average have nothing to do with each other. So you can't say you want to be successful if you're still average. You've got to get to the point where you are allergic to average. You don't think average. You don't study average. You don't perform average. Success and average have absolutely nothing to do with each other. Nobody likes average. And the problem with a lot of you is that you aren't allergic to average. At the point you say you want to be great, you want to do great things, but really you're comfortable with average. How long will you live in the dark? It's time to study, but you're still watching TV. It's time to study, but you're out hanging with your friends. Your alarm is ringing, but you want to sleep more. So your teachers look down on you. Your classmates look down on you. Everyone around you looks down on you. Why? Because you are looking down on yourself. Remember, people will treat you the way you treat yourself. People will see you the way you see yourself. Go to the library. Borrow as many books as you can carry. Go back home and lock the door behind you. Lock the door of shame, the door of poor grades, the door of watching life pass you by while you achieve nothing. And open a new door in your heart, in your mind, because there is nothing more powerful than a change in mindset. How long will you continue to weep? How long will you continue to live your life in self-pity? How long will you continue to be a disappointment to yourself? How long will they continue to laugh at you? How long will you sit back and watch people achieve greatness while you struggle to achieve average? If you continue to sleep away your time, play away your time, party away your time, then you are doing this to yourself. You have only yourself to blame. You are telling your classmates to make you a laughing stock. You are telling your teachers that you aren't serious and that they should give you the poor grades you deserve. You have to shut the doors behind you and open the door of your mind. You cannot continue to sit at the back. You cannot continue to let life pass you by. You cannot continue to hold your head in shame. Tell yourself you've made it. because they said you couldn't make it. Despite them trying to pull you down, use their negativity as fuel. And I promise you, when you push yourself and give as much as you possibly can, your friends will take notice. Your family will take notice. Life will take notice. And life will begin to back you up. Life will begin to open doors for you and introduce you to people that will take you to the next level. But you have to take the first step. Step up. Go for greatness and leave average behind. Let them know you are around. Let them feel your power. Let them feel your wrath. And pick yourself up and start studying. When tough times arrive, I never say, how could this happen to me? I say, how can I use this? What can I gain from this? How can I ensure that I can improve my life so this never happens again? That's how you become great. Not what I've got to work with, but how I work with what I've got. Listen, it's such a powerful sight seeing someone who has been at the back of the class and rise above everyone to take the front position. Be that person. All it needs is determination and hard work. That's all. It's really that simple. You just got to do what you got to do. And then you look back when it's all over and you can see the reward. You can look back and see the accomplishments. You can look back and see that you've succeeded.
Discipline is a pathway to creativity.
The most important variable in behavior change is forcing yourself to behave differently than you feel.
One thing that discipline definitely does help you with is it helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success. If you have more success, sometimes a big part of success is just not being lazy and just doing it.
Yeah.
That's like 90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not going to feel perfect every day because there's a lot of days I don't want to do it. It's pretty much the same with everybody that actually gets good at something. There's got to be those days you push through, and they're probably going to be more numerous than the days you don't. And so the benefit of discipline in my eyes has always been that through discipline I get things done. I always say that I'm like the most lazy, disciplined person I know because I don't want to do it, but I always do.
Separates people from success and not being successful. I've never met a person who was not successful that didn't have a great amount of self-discipline within their life. Self-discipline and being able to perform and being able to keep your life on schedule and being able to keep commitments and promises and meet deadlines is essential to success.
You develop the discipline, the discipline, and I talk about that all the time, the fact that discipline equals freedom, and the more discipline you have as a human, the more freedom you're going to have, which is completely counterintuitive. People think, oh, you're living this disciplined lifestyle, so that means you don't have any freedom, and it's actually the exact opposite. I have freedom because I have discipline. I have financial freedom because I have financial discipline. I have more time. I have more time because I have the discipline to get up in the morning, before most normal people get up. Those are the kind of disciplines that you put into place, and those definitely get instilled through the military.
Get a pad and paper and write down 1 or 2 things that you're going to commit to doing every single day, no matter what. You're gonna use that motivation to build a machine for yourself. I'm gonna write in my journal every single day. I'll write a full page in my journal every single day. You become a machine You don't think about whether you're going to write in your journal or not. You do it because you already made that commitment. Every single day, no matter what. It does not matter if both of your hands were cut off and you have to use your freaking mouth with a pen and write in your journal. You write in your freaking journal every single day. You don't think about it. When you have built a habit, it's ingrained in your nervous system in such a way that the brain doesn't even have to consider whether or not it'll get done. It just gets done because you committed. Commit once. Commit once. You don't need to commit more than once. You commit once to the thing that you're going to do, and then you do it every single day. That everyday method is one of the most powerful methods for reconstructing your entire life. Picking something, one thing. I can't emphasize this enough, how important it is for you to commit to small things on a daily basis, because that is what transforms you. It's those tiny little actions. It's not the grand visions, it's the tiny actions that move towards a worthy ideal.
But I listened to what Jim Valvano said 21 years ago. The most poignant 7 words ever uttered in any speech anywhere. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. Those great people didn't. So I now have a responsibility to also not ever give up. I'm not special. I just listened to what the man said.
But I tell you, there are some times in life where you fall down and you feel like you don't have the strength to get back up. I will try 100 times to get up, and if I fail 100 times, if I fail and I give up, do you think that I'm ever going to get up? No. But if I fail, I try again and again and again. For as long as I try, there's always that chance of getting up.
No matter what you might be going through, don't quit. The secret is in not giving up. Everybody who's done something great, they weren't that deep. What they had was resiliency. They had the ability to bounce back. All the greats, they didn't quit. No matter how impossible your situation may seem, stay on course. I guarantee you cannot pass it if you quit. I guarantee you're gonna fail, but you don't know what's gonna happen if you keep going.
I'm fragile. I feel pain. I hurt. I open my eyes. I crave victory. I do not give up. I feel no fear. I fear no man. I create. I conquer. I hold the power.
Make a choice. Just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way.
We can't have another bad year. You've got to get to the point where enough is enough.
It's much easier to come up with excuses and why you can't do it. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. If you do what is easy, complain about your situation, your circumstances, you surrender and give up on your dreams, become depressed and bitter and angry. Anybody can do that. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, keep coming back again and again and again. Get up dressed every day.
Take life on. Taking life by the collar. You say, yes, I will do it.
I can do this. And you've said to yourself, I'm willing to face the no's. I'm willing for people to laugh at me. I'm willing to gut this out. I'm willing to make this happen. It's my time. It's possible. It's necessary. It's hard. It's worth it. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I can do it. If anybody's ever done it at any point in time in history, then what's possible for one, it's possible for me, and I'm going to do it. And if you do that over and over and over again, your life will be easy.
tomorrow's going to be your first day. If you'd like to work here as a broker. Would you like that, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Why not now? This is a good time. As the 20th century starts to wind down, a few more years as we get ready for century 21, what a good time to set your goals, work on yourself, work on your skills. What a good time to get it together. What a good time to start this process. Personal development, growing, changing, developing, having a good plan for your money and for your life and for your future. Why not now?
What's now? No opportunities wasted. Listen to me carefully, guys. Listen to me very carefully. You got to hear what I'm saying. This is important. There are 86,400 seconds in a day, and if you maximize each and every one of them, you will live like you want to live, you will have what you want to have, and you'll be what you want to be.
You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. If you just remain how you are, you'll always have what you've got. But if you're willing to make changes, the next 5 years of your life can be totally different than the last 5. If you don't change, chances are excellent the next 5 will be like the last 5. For things to change, you've got to change. For things to get better, it's not what happens that determines your future, it's what you do about what happens. Direction determines destination. All you got to do is make a little change in direction to arrive at a brand new destination in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years.
You either have to change your life. That is, you got to say, you know what, my body isn't there, I'm going to go work out. My relationship isn't there, I'm going to change it. You know, I'm not making what I got to make, I'm going to retool, I'm going to get a new skill, I'm going to go back to school, I'm going to start a business, I'm going to do something. You have to do something to change your life. Or, in order for you to be happy, if you can't change your life, you're going to have to change your blueprint. Usually in life, it requires a little bit of each. Does that make sense? And if you change your life and change your blueprint, you can have an extraordinary life. Because all of us are going to have times in our life when what we want or think life should be like isn't going to match how life really is. Those moments, if we blame, our life goes into pain. If we change, we can change our life and match our blueprint. The fact that you're not happy has nothing to do with what you have or don't have. The fact that you're not happy is that your life doesn't match the way you think it should be. And you have some idea of how you think it should be. Listen to me. There are those of you who what you're doing is if there are 10 opportunities in a day and you're taking advantage of 7 of them, you think you're doing something. Yep, you gotta hear me, you gotta hear me. You only have 24 hours in a day, and you've heard me say this time and time again. The way you spend your 24 hours, it determines how you live.
If you want the future to change for you, you've got to change. If you don't change, the next 6 years of your life is gonna be just like the last 6. You'll still be behind on your bills. You'll still be behind on your promises.
No opportunity wasted. Again, no opportunity wasted.
If one of us can do it, hey, we all can do it. And now here's my last question. Why not now?